And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today we will be resuming our stream of Final Fantasy XIV. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. It's a small thing for each of you, but it means the world for the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you recall from last time, we had some slight technical issues with my internet service provider not wanting me to stream for some weird reason. Don't know why, but it was going on. Hopefully that'll be not happening today. Also, at the end of it, we got all the way to facing the to the point where we got to here, talked to all the NPCs, but I wasn't 89 yet, so I had to do a dungeon right at the end there to get myself over into 89. And now we can resume the MSQ progression, and I will queue up for the ITS scope. Might as well check on my retainers while I'm waiting, since I've already spoken with everyone here. And I might as well go to the mender and repair my gear. I mean, I'm gonna have to repair it again later, but oh well. Alright, looks like we're coming up on we're in the twilight of dawn. This is actually rather nice. just taking care of leveling some of my other jobs while waiting for the dungeon to start since I'm queued. DPS, as you know, always takes a little while. Might as well go back to Aporia. Not much else for me to do here in Ul'dah. Of course, it starts raining. It was nighttime, I think, last time I entered down here, and now it's morning, but raining, at least in here. There's always something. Just need a tank and a healer. I still can't believe that they have a more stable window into the Ethereal Sea, and it seems and you can just take the lift down. Ah, here we go. pretty.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me?
Yes, Kyle, we can hear you.
Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Okay, yeah. Part of me wishes I could meld materia onto this gear to increase my spell speed, because sometimes you can get really slow. I had the tank selected. So purple and yellow souls, okay. Oh, ill-bred! What? But then who's the golden one? Wait a minute. Chipsamati. Is this Luiswa or is it Papalimo? Because Chipsamati is broken. Let me know in the comments if you think that was either Papalimo or Luiswa. Olivia. Oh dear. Olivia Sass Genius. I need my ley line. Why did they put mechanics in my ley lines? Like the few times I use this is why I don't like using ley lines, because they always put mechanics in my ley lines. But it said Scion Spanish, so it was probably Pampalimo. And it was broken, so yeah. That was probably Pampalimo.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you. The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
Well, I guess we're on our own then. If an Archon takes form... Moonbreeder! I know that axe, that's Moonbreeder! Oh, Moonbreeder! Oh, Hoshafa! Oh wow, the member berries here. Oh. Ooh, a ring of casting, I could probably use that. Especially since I'm still wearing a 530 ring, I could definitely use that. Oh, we're top 10. Do I even remember this fight? No. Yeah, and also with all the moving around, I just don't, out of habit, use ley lines. Because there's not much point to it. should be getting lots of right side stuff from this, which is always helpful. Nymphilia! Oh! So we're up against Hermes. Lots more malevolent souls.
Is as far as you
Yep. Oh, Ammon. Hermes, that's Ammon. Okay.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far. You will persist in this folly no longer. The stage is set.
Yeah. I just wanted to get over here because everybody was over there, and now everyone's running over here. What's going on? Okay.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Viva! Oh, no. I want to get behind this. Oh.
My, what a boorish audience you are!
Huh. Oh, and I'm already, wow, 90. Okay. I already maxed.
Lies! All lies! Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies!
Well, so you believe. Yeah, so now I got, I don't, maybe, I don't know, will be unlocked, but okay. Huh. Shame I didn't get the minion. I guess I'll just have to run this again.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to him.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Have you any memories of Meteon? Do you recall your days as Hermes? Huh. Well, the Meteon one would be the most accurate one, considering that's what we're after, but I'm kind of curious to see how much does he remember of Hermes?
How would you know that name? Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emet. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them, no matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emet adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly! But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery?
Hey, Lethal Colonel. How's it going?
Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution!
Well, I've still got to face Heidelin, so I suppose that it makes sense that the level
my
89 trial.
My answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Van Damme, still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arsahi?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall, and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance. Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
I'll do what must be done. Next time we'll find the answer together.
even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was, for the monster I became. But I will not beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. never mind in death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
Yeah, so I always thought Fandaniel was mad, sick, head gone, and every word that defines crazy. Yeah, Lethal Carol, he certainly was mad, but to be fair, we only ever got to know the one Fandaniel. That was Hermes. We never knew the Hermes' mentor, who was the previous Fandaniel, or any of the previous ones. We never got to know any of them, so we can't necessarily say that Fandaniel as Fandaniel was always crazy. We can only speak to Hermes Fandaniel, but yeah, he certainly was always a little loopy. Yeah, even we saw that clearly in Alpus. He definitely went against the grain of society right from the start. It doesn't matter how brilliant he was always an outlier compared to everyone else in Alpus. Even Emmett Selk was sort of making that observation when we were in Alpus.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Alpus. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come, yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer.
True.
And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark! Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day. Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
And of course I wound up dinging to max level 90, doing the quest, do support system, you have the opportunity. Oh, so we could do this with NPCs, which lore-wise makes sense. Huh. Yeah, but I feel like I want to do a party finder listing, so recruit members, trials, Mother Crystal, duty completion, for our private party. Password 0001. So, Lethal Colonel, if you want to hop in, password is 1. I don't know if you're able to hop in, Lethal Colonel, but I created the private listing. Never in the past, present, or future have I found only happiness. To live is to be ever beset by hardships great and small. Okay. And I have to reread that. So... Never in the past, present, or future have I found only happiness. To live is to be ever beset by hardships great and small. Yet it is in adversity we find the strength to strive for the next moment of peace and the next. No matter what trials we face, by the strength have the will of gods been defied, and the fortunes of men been forever changed. May it be so again this day. I'll cue us after I finish reading the NPCs, because I have no idea how long this is going to, we would be in queue. Was surprised surprised to hear me and love mentioned in the same breath. I've not a heart of stone. Even in my darkest hour, there were people I cared for, mentors, comrades, that mad woman who gave her life for us. Then you and Alphino threw my eyes off a bridge, and I've never known peace since. Yeah. That happened. If strength is the courage to confront your failings and accept that you are worthy of another chance to rise from the ashes while the fire still burns, bloodied but unbowed, then my friends have made me strong. Emmett Salk called us incomplete, pitiful creatures, he said. And maybe we are. Pain, grief, fear, they walk with us wherever we go, but we proved to him that we deserve to live. We'll prove it to Heidelin, Medion, to the universe itself, if we must. Pain and despair, aye, we're old friends. I've lost count of the times I've cursed my own powerlessness, but it's in the blessed moments in between that I choose to hold in my heart memories and possibilities. I try to keep those things alive. Minfilia and Reen, to say nothing of you lot, I know would never settle for less. Should we bring our singular towns to bear as one, even gods may fall. Nevertheless, I pray thee, throw thyself not into peril, lest our curative resources be spent. In other words, please don't be stupid. I like that. Even my healing magics have their limits. As I've said in some leveling dungeons, when I say on White Mage, it's my cures heal many things, but I can't cure stupid. From the ruins of a sundered paradise, she did she rise to grant the star new life. As its will, long has she labored to guide her children. Make no mistake, the straw puts to proof Heidelin's own faith. Okay. So now the question is, do I... Because I dinged 90 in that dungeon. Do we do it as Black Mage, or... Yeah, I'll do it as Black Mage. So I'll queue us, and I don't want to queue for ITS Scope. I want to queue for Mother Crystal. I'll miss out on the EXP bonus from the first time. Yeah, it usually is a bit quicker with a healer than just doing DPS. I was debating whether I should do it as Bard or something, but... Yeah, I've been meaning MSQ as Black Mage. I might as well, stick with it, even if it means I don't get the EXP bonus. Hopefully it won't be much longer until I can tech off the level 90 one. Though I could still do Party Finder to get these. while I'm waiting, I might as well equip. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Okay. So I figured get the new gear that I got up. Oh, including the level 90 casting thing, which I got this from a venture. So yeah. And here we go.
The last of my kind shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth. Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate? Change of arms. May the test continue.
We're
here or far?
But I got in. Must have been in fast enough.
Light unyielding.
Oh, Paradox. I love Paradox. I love that. I love that spell.
By blade. Light unyielding. By blade. Crystals of light. To
No,
me.
of course. No, it's this.
Here. The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow at hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness. Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. By Crystal's light.
Oh, look at my pet. Oh, 22,000 damage. Much nicer to be.
Light unyielding. Refulgence eternal. We're near or far.
And, thank you for that rescue. Otherwise I might have died to the AoE. I could have sworn I was in there. I don't know why I got the vulnerability stacked.
We're high or low.
Ah.
By blade.
Oh! Oh! What? We may have to redo this. Oh. Oh, this is painful.
Not to fear.
Yeah, we're redoing this. Huh. Wait, did we lose someone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We lost 2. Great, we lost 2 people. We lost a healer and a DPS. Huh.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
We saw a good chunk of the fight, so hopefully... Hopefully we'll be able to do it better this time.
A change of arms. May the test continue. We're near or far.
unyielding. By blade!
Okay, out.
Light unyielding.
Magic. That should be the red one. No, that. Ooh.
By blade! Crystals of light, to me. Here. The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow at hope's demise. Think. And find your way in the darkness. Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. By crystal's light.
Okay, green out.
Light unyielding. Refulgence eternal.
Magic, this should be in. They're in.
We're near or far. We're high or low.
6 intercardinals. Oh! And I happen to be standing in the intercardinal.
Succumb not to fear! We're near or far.
Here we go.
At last, man has the strength to.
No dialogue from Graha, he's just mute. As nope. Ah. Oh, that music.
No, this can't be happening.
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis. Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled, to deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations. surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
The Mother Crystal?
Of course.
Yes, my child.
The Mother Crystal.
Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized. They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. I have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azum, yes?
Yep.
As Heidelin, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azam's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer.
Oh, the original Azam. Huh.
With that, my work is finished. Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over.
Thank you, Hydaelyn. We will find our way, Vina.
Of this, I have no doubt. For yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
Far be it from me to refute Hydaelyn's own words, yet even if her actions were neither kind nor just, we can yet give them a nobler meaning. We can make her faith the salvation of mankind. She and Hydaelyn were two of a kind, weren't they? Full of love for the star and its people, always holding to hope for our future. She has given us all she can. We must share what we know with Father and the Leopards at once, that it will not go to waste. If Dynamis is ruled by emotion, perhaps prayer has more tangible results than I suspected, albeit ones that are not always obvious to us. In which case, we may hope that Hydaelyn's wishes continue to move the hearts of men as they set forth time and time again. I will keep Hydaelyn's words in my heart as talisman and lodestone both. Thank goodness, I never would have forgiven myself if any of you had come to harm. A bit small for a welcoming party, but I've never been one for crowds. 'Tis fortunate that Fortuna hath kept livingly apprised of our progress. We require the Leopard's aid more than ever. Myrokos, did you meet Hydaelyn? Pray tell, how is she? She's gone. That's the short of it. I'm glad to see you well, though we could roughly place your souls deep as you went. We could neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite a fright. What in the world happened? You mean to say Heidelin is... No, there is no time to feel our feelings. We must carry out Heidelin's will without delay. We'll find Meteon if it's the last thing we do. If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is, the fancy navigatory one. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars, you are determined to see this through. We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know that it pains you to accept this. Would that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we have only two means to travel the great expanse, the moon and Charlian's Ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus, but I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. The Forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit, and I could not rescind it even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not, and would do all within my power to aid your cause. Well, that's a tone. That's a change of tone from him. With that settled, might I suggest you rest a while. Proving oneself to Heidelin is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we'll need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. A full day? You can chart a course through the Sea of Stars in a single day? Ye gods. We shall head above ground for some fresh air then, and perhaps a nap. Sounds wise. Ooh. So now to the annex. I've been expecting you. I heard about your foray into the ethereal sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea, dizziness, hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep, and if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our record. Of course, they keep records of this stuff. Ooh, the Amaret theme.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
A great many of the helping hands that delivered the adamantite are still here in Charlene, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. Between the ether burner to be refurbished, supplies to be transported, and meals to be prepared, we need all the assistance we can get. Even Lord Amanalane has been doing his part, albeit at a snail's pace. You expected more from Amanalane? Still, it's the thought that counts, but a bit more effort wouldn't go amiss. Again, Amanalane doesn't like to work. Kryl has, a bold decision. Kryl has urgent news. Myrokos, I trust you've had a good rest? Yep. An envoy of Master Fortuno arrived not long ago with a message. The Loperids have determined Meteon's location. We've been asked to gather at the rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. Okay, it's just that. Actually, I'm gonna want to repair. It feels like a good point to repair. So now to the rostra. Oh dear, I'm actually bringing a weapon into the into the rostra. Was I supposed to unequip my weapon? What took you so long? We have much to discuss and scant time to do it. If you would know the reason for this assembly, you had better ask Master Leveilleur. If our recent travails within Labyrinthos and the Ethereal Sea have taken their toll on my mind, for last night I received a visitor in my dreams, Moonbrida. A vision not of the woman she was, nay, the woman she would have become. Interesting. Eidolon, the heart of the star, is gone. And yet, on the morrow, the sun will rise and life will go on. When I look upon Charlene and its idyllic surrounds, there are moments when her absence feels unreal, as do the final days. Would that it were so. Not feeling any ill effects from the ITS scope, are you? After playing test subject for those new Etherites, even the mention of ether sickness makes me feel a little queasy. Since the final days first manifested, we've been tested as never before, even more so in your case. Nevertheless, our work is far from over. We cannot afford to falter now, not when the end is in sight. How did you sleep? Well, I should hope. It's likely the last opportunity we will have to take a proper rest for quite some time. Oh no, I hate reading these words. These are the other words. This means that we're not going to be able to get a good pause point for a good while. Oh dear, I probably could have done with a few more winks myself. Oh dear. The thought of what is to come was keeping me awake, you see, so I thought to do a bit of research, hoping I might eventually feel weary enough to doze off, but before I realized it, it was morning. No need to scold me, I already regret it, and will probably only feel that regret more keenly as the day wears on. While the forum is not here in its entirety to brood and glare at us, Master Barnier's presence alone is enough to put me on edge. Okay, so what is this about? Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loporrits have deduced the whereabouts of Meteon by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the furthest reaches of the Sea of Stars at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad of other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our Hyper Hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loporrits' proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed of the strength indeed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, in the 11th hour, she would prefer another means by which we may seek salvation. We would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn. In you, the Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glaciers, nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary, they have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Oh, that's nice. Are the Loports too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Heidelin's love for Aetheris and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life. An otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Heidelin chose us to lead the way to Meteon. Why else would she give you a crystal that only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, Urianger. And now we are enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you in the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Oh, every D&D player's worst nightmare, the "are you sure you wish to proceed" question. You can stop us if you tried, we'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Well, we've come this far. You can stop. Well, we've come this far. I like that one. It's like, come this far, we might see it through to the end. Very well, we shall inform the Forum of your decision and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Leopards will coordinate with the Ilsebard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. To its theme, there is naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we? No need to worry about lending a hand with the Hyper Hopper. We already have more than enough help, so go and relax while you still can. There is much to be done before the Ark can be made ready for your voyage. Would that I could be afforded the time to speak with Alphino and Alice. Alas, I can but pray to find a moment of quiet calm before the journey to come. Seriously, will we ever get this glam? This is really nice work. I wonder what it would take to make this in real life, to tailor that. I mean, component-wise, a walking skirt, a very flamboyant walking skirt. The issue would be, what would the outer fabric be? Because this is white. This is all white, and it's hard to get white wool, especially considering this is a rather frigid climate. Maybe it's leather? Walking skirt, as a sort of suit, jacket of sort with cowl, neck collar. Yeah. As you can imagine, not all of the forum members were willing to endorse this plan. Though no fault of yours, of course, given what is at stake, it is only natural that opinions are divided. That said, the final decision was reached with an overwhelming majority, much to my surprise. Huh. The Forum hath placed the fate of mankind in our hands. We must not betray their faith. They bid us rest, but I'd much rather find something productive to do. I suppose now is as good a time as any to hone my lance. Now that not that I've ever found it to be dull. It eases my mind on the eve of battle. Perhaps now I can finish that book I was reading. What? Oh, pay me no mind. I'm sure you have better things to do with the time afforded us. A rare opportunity to rest. I say we make the most of it. I should very much like to speak with the Lombards once their work is complete. 'Tis plain Heidelin has entrusted them with a great deal of knowledge, and I suspect there is more they could teach us. In all honesty, I didn't think the Forum would approve this measure, and certainly not by such a large margin. I dare say, though, that Master Fortuno's impassioned recounting of your audience with Heidelin helped sway the vote. He has a way with words, after all. Where did you think Alphino got it from? Oh wait, Alize. Need to talk to Alize. I wasn't expecting to have time on our hands. What should we do? Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Heidelin deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteon as we are. Which leaves no small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded. Oh, here comes Tataru. The meeting's over, is it? You were in there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say? We can take the ship, and they're adding more to the engine. The edge of creation, I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until your return, and you will return. Actually, Myrokos, could I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldesion Annex, alright? Okay. Oh, I still gotta do the world quests. Or to wrap up the world quest. For the caster. Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you. Whatever could this be? Then again, with Tataru, he has made such lovely level 1 glams for us. Could it be glam? I mean, like, much like we got the drop gear before we, in Shadowbringers, before we did, Amarat. Okay. Welcome, Myrokos, to Tataru's boutique. Taru's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the signs with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one can ask for. We're getting glam! We're getting new gear, we're getting job gear. Well, yeah. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Sharlan. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Vatsarud, how are things coming along? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here to our to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel pending duty finder registrations. I'm not currently queued, so I guess I can wait. I did not expect to find you here. Who's this? Ooh. Varshan. I imagine Nadana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Sharlan while I oversee matters in Radzatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Varshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose and a means by which to support them in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Radzatan, the experience and knowledge they've gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It is an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Thavnarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion for the flame of every other star he encountered. For every other star he had encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. Your journey unto the heavens to protect that light, may the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to this star. With that, Ahilan, Ahilon were alive to see it. I should like to visit Radz-at-Han again when this is all over. I worry your faith in me may be misplaced. I will not see his sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Radz-at-Han is returned to its former glory. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of the star have not yet given up hope, neither must you. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Well, the last oh, it's in Mana Lane. Oh, boy. Yeah, hi. Myrokos, old boy. Why, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiments, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Fortin, insists that so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Sharlayan. Thus do I toil, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sicard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence. Now burdened with extra busy work and without Honora here. There is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Sharlayan delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Have you tried Archon Loaf? You can find it in all the shops. It sounds like he has. If it's a hearty meal that you're after, I'd suggest the Last Stand. But can you afford it? The cafe over on the pier, their cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I will give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion, and ta-ta for now, old boy. It sounded like he had tried Archon Loaf. Well, is that Myrokos and Tataru I spy? Who's this? Oh! Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straightway to Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage, but on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bakairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, even the reputation of given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldern Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. I appreciate the gesture, but no thank you. Will there be lemon cakes? Will there be lemon cakes? Oh, a man of tart tastes, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lodorito have to offer. But let us speak more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire until next we meet. I mean, he's offering to foot the bill for a good meal. I might as well. I mean, would you pass up free food? Ah, Myrokos, decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Oh, Biggs! Wedge! Hey, we haven't seen much of them this expansion. Tataru! Biggs! Wedge! I take it your work on the Ark proceeds apace? Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlene and Radzatan has been a rewarding experience, and that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Loporits. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. Oh, Nero's here? They actually caught up with him. Because the last we heard of Nero, he, used company funds to fund a pet project and then ran off, sticking Sid with the bill. I can't wait for you to see it, okay? And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Charlene. Alpha! I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He's always one to turn up in a time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Charlene. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. It's still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though, to the farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd have missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a caught chocobo. Mumble mumble. There's that too. As busy as we have been, I wish that there was more we could do for you, Myrokos. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend, that we do, and one filled with even more adventure. I kind of like the second one there. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. So even here, though she's opening up a shop, she's still ferrying meals to people. Then again, she is a cook, so... Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Hmm. Right, I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsa from Palika's stand. Wait, didn't we actually meet? Pleased to meet you. Haven't we met before? Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Purusha, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mistress Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or to return to Thafnir, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands. From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's Ruby Bazaar, we were almost fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well, but I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promised to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Don't forget to pick up your clothes from Varsadu before you leave. They were expertly tailored just for you. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. You may now obtain job-specific gear. Weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89, however all item stats will be subject to the item level sync. Upon reaching level 90, with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quests associated with the job. Ah, that's nice. Okay, I do like that they unlocked all of them. And you can get all the, unlike with Shadowbringers where you had to let's see. If it's for the short term, then I suppose I can make do with moving just a few of these. Oh, nice. Let's see, I can get the weapon. Oh, that's nice. And Autumn is saying it's 4 o'clock. Where's my dinner? 2.5 hours, nearly 2.5 hours. And I know I'm not. As the hat, yeah, the hat's nice, but let me just update my portrait. Okay, character. Okay, that looks a little better. Friends gathered, though delighted by your patronage, Tataru is ready to send you on your way. I realize you've still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself, and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the Baldesion Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go look for them, I'd suggest speaking with Kryle first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. So can I... Oh, I can get all of these, but I don't think I can, let me see, my... Yeah, 86, I still got work to do in my tanks. And... yeah, so I could get the Bard one. Yeah, I'm good for now. I can get others later if I want. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru. I'm wearing it. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Ishtola, Thancred, and Uriandre have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alize and Grahatia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Alphino and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Leviura estate, though Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Ishtola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. I have a few matters to attend to myself before you and the others depart for Ultima Thule, but rest assured, Tataru and I will keep everything in order while you're away. Huh. Nice. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why? Okay, I guess this person isn't seeing this. It kind of ruins the immersion to have somebody with a Moogle head sitting where Ryonji is sitting. Try as she might, Tataru has no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we saved some for you. Hatsad perchance had the opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding. Owing to its striking flavor and somewhat garish appearance, it is quite popular. Indeed, so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. I should hope, at the very least, Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. Ooh, let's see, we got pizza, a sandwich, two sandwiches, a burger, of course, cheese, egg, cheese, a hard-boiled egg, a bun, and some mushrooms, a wrap, salad, and sweets, of course. Myrokos, come to make our trio quartet, have you? Please have a seat. We'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Tataru is finished.
Yep.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
You've nothing to prove to yourself, not to Reen nor Minfilia. We'll get through this together. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition.
Is aught the matter?
No, it's nothing. Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies.
In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
This is a nice cutscene. You can always count on your friends to help you maintain perspective, but pity mine take a perverse pleasure in it. I'd like to think I give as good as I get, though I'd fare better with the occasional assist from our consummate nodder. But it's all in good fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I say, Myrokos, whence came this simulacrum that standeth beside me? Oh dear, is he drunk? I see falsely, but Ishtarla and Thancred but moments ago employed the selfsame doubling magic. He's drunk. Alright then, keep thy secrets. Leaving so soon? I suppose it's for the best if you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianche. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time here, then that is all that matters. Huh. True enough. Wait a minute. Nero? Nero's here. Gotta talk to him. He's sitting off all by himself. Why? No, I am not neglecting my duties. Honestly, am I not allowed even a moment to myself? A genius needs time to reflect on his thoughts, you know. The Ark is truly a marvel, and I count myself fortunate, having had the opportunity to build it, to help build it. A pity I did not come here sooner. Oh, the things I could have done with the fruits of their research. Not that is any of your business, mind you, though I suppose I could have found a way to apply that knowledge to further improvements to the Ark as well. Oh, we can do dual things. We can go have the two spots here. Well, Kryl said last stand, then Numenon, then levy your estate, so might as well try that. I wonder if any of the other NPCs are around. I mean, like talking to, say, Sid, or, you know, finding Alpha. Or God help us, Pudding Way. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to no! Oh, no. Well, Graha has a theme. You try speaking with Alistair, but she is fast asleep. Well, Graha is as well, so I doubt there would have been much talking to him either. Hi, Autumn.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love, you deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
You did.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
It's a secret, just enjoying a little peace and quiet, nothing in particular. Gods, I didn't realize I was so tired. One moment I was resting my eyes, and the next I should go and get some air, maybe a quick bout of training, but not sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's enough reading for one day, as we don't know how long we'll be away. I'd best return these books before we depart. And eat. I'm absolutely famished. What about you? I already ate. I see. Perhaps I'll stop by the last stand on my way back. If nothing else, these two seem to be in good spirits. Still, I'll see them back to the annex for some proper rest, even if I have to drag them by the ears. Say, are any of the other NPCs around? I would just use the Ethernet port, but might as well take a moment to just enjoy the scenery. Alright, it's like Nero was at the last stand. Is there anyone else that we could talk to? cheating way. Let's see, is there anyone else? Be sure to stop by the boutique if you find yourself in need of more equipment. I'm not seeing anyone else here. What? Surely this isn't the first time you've seen me without my armor? Well, in the hospital, perhaps, but not here.
What brings you here? Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. from the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
I suppose I had to thank you both as well. You were never one to forsake a friend, Alphino. I'll be counting on you.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Hydaelyn meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
All that remains is to return to the annex and give my armor one last polish. I expect Alphino has maintenance to carry out on those floating things of his too. Nulus is what they're called. A few of our comrades decided to remain a while in Charlene after making their deliveries. Did you happen to pass any on your way here? I saw Nero. Yeah, I saw Nero, but I haven't seen anyone else. I didn't see anyone on this level. Let's see if there are any NPCs that we remember from earlier expansions down here. Hori, Boulder, and Coltonate. Oh, we gotta talk to them. Of course we gotta talk to them. I'm so glad I decided to check it. Myrokos, we heard you've been busy of late. I hope you managed to find a moment's respite before duty comes calling again. Colton and I were just discussing what more we can do to help. If anything should come to mind, please don't hesitate to ask. Kotaro, Hori, and I continue to do what we can to keep our brothers and sisters in arms abreast of emergencies as they unfold. And it's about we're at 3 hours. I think I will call it a quits with the stream here. There's no telling where any of the other NPCs might be. I'm not really seeing anyone else of prominent note. If you like what you thought... Oh, Alpha and Omega! Staring at the statue of Thaliak, I assume. Quick. Alpha seems distracted by something off in the distant heavens. You cannot help but wonder what he senses out in the sea of stars. Beep boop. The miniature model of Omega appears to be staring up into the sky, searching for something. And with that, I think we will end with Alpha and Omega here. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. Especially with YouTube, if you were subscribed, please make sure that you are still subscribed, because I know YouTube is tweaking its algorithm and people might be unsubbed without their knowledge. If you haven't subscribed, again, please do so. It's a small thing from you, but it helps the channels out tremendously. With that, I shall see you anon, friends.